Have you ever had to learn to agree to disagree with a friend or a family member? I think about every time this season rolls around, in different families, there's conflict, different viewpoints, and different things that we believe in. And I remember my dad had a strong political view that was very different from my own. And we would disagree. And he was very dogmatic about the way that he felt. And he had his reasons for being that way. And he was forceful about his political affiliation and what he felt like that we should support. But I have found that in all of that difficulty, the best thing that I could do would be respectful of a different opinion that was different than mine. And when there's conflict and you have to disagree, you can disagree with respect. I think that's one of the greatest things that we can give to one another. And there's two reasons for that, to respect. And number one is I believe that every person on this earth is worthy of respect. And number two, I believe that if I'm going to influence somebody, I have to respect them. And if I walk away from the table out of disrespect, or I treat somebody disrespectful because they don't believe the way that I do, or they don't see things the way that I do, then all I do is hurt my ability to influence them for good. And the good that I have inside me to influence them is lost in that process. So I believe that in seasons where we find ourselves in conflict with one another and we don't see eye to eye, we can still love and respect the other person. And by doing that, we have a place at the table to either be changed by their thought or to influence them with our thought. But that's the only way I think that we get through the process and come out on the other side feeling good about where we've been and where we're going. I think about the season that we're in right now, and people want a sense of control. And when things are out of control, then we become fearful. Well, the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. And so what we can do as children of the Most High is to love people. Love never fails. It doesn't. Sometimes love is hard because you don't feel very loving. But the greatest test of grace is to love somebody and to give them grace when they don't even know that they need it. Instead, you'd like to tell them a thing or two, but that doesn't work. And it goes back again to how am I going to influence people towards the message and the hope of Christ? And you can only influence them if you've got a relationship with them, if you're at the table with them. So you say, I will have grace for an individual. I will love this individual because basically they are perhaps maybe hateful or full of strife and stress. How do I help alleviate that? I think oftentimes we need to go into a situation and look at how we can diffuse the atmosphere. Again, I'm such a believer in atmosphere, and we're in an atmosphere that feels uncertain and we feel out of control. So how do we create an atmosphere that brings peace into the situation, that makes people feel they're loved in spite of with their opinion, or in spite of what we think and how they should believe, or how they should think, or how they should express themselves, or if they've expressed themselves way too much for our comfort, we can still love those people. Love never fails. And I think that's a kind of a theme that we've got going through here. But love will cast out fear. If you love an individual, you can push back the fear that they're feeling and their out of controlness that they feel. So I say love, 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 love till it hurts, love till it's inconvenient. You keep loving, and then God steps in and He does the miracle of bringing the relationships to where they need to be.
Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe today and you'll never miss a new upload. Thanks for being a part of our Better Together community.